kids like I care about myself. I'm trying to live by the golden rule, and that's what I need to do. That's what I must do to please God, and I got to convince you to do it because the only way we can find happiness is collectively. No man is an island unto himself. I can't attain happiness without. I mean, what do I have? I just, at the end of the day, I just got myself and God, right? Because nobody can save my life. My kids can. If they could, they would. Nobody can save my life except God. No friend, no family member. So what do you have at the end of the day? You got yourself and God. It's salvation. You know, we should. It says in Scripture we should work out our salvation with fear and trembling. And you say, God, better safe than sorry. Make sure you keep my mind straight because above all, I need to please you. And if you want me to start thinking about a world without any form of money, help me, because it's very difficult for me to even conceive of it. Should I bother? Should I waste any time? Is this guy crazy, or is he right? But we can't serve two masters. That's what's written in Scripture. And he's talking about money, the master. It's the food of the gods, the ambrosia to the evil men of this world running the show. And we got to get off the junk, friends. And they will not allow it. They do not want that. That's the opposite of what they want. That's their worst nightmare. Go away with that idea. No, no. We want more relevance put upon money, more of a need. Because if we had simple supply and demand economics that were just based on fairness, we'd have a rising tide of prosperity lifting all ships together. That wealth imbalance would be very narrow, very close. It's like a game. Don't you like it? Isn't the game much more fair if it's close to the end? You don't know who's going to win. That's why I changed the rules with my kids. Kids can fight over Candyland. And I changed the rule. I said, whoever is behind in the game, it's their turn. You see, so you don't know who's going to win until the very end. Nobody gets too far behind. Nobody gets to gloat. Nobody gets to be, pissy about losing. It's a lot more fun, friends. That's all. I'm just into fairness, you know. So, sue me. So, folks, friends, I really believe that we've got to stop pissing God off. And that's what's going to make me happy. And as far as economic, financial prosperity, freedom, I'm for everybody having it. And when everybody can have it, then I could enjoy it. But until that time, I just don't see it. I want to contribute. I want to give. I want to serve. I want to be appreciated. I want to be loved. It's very important to serve. We have a conscience. We have a need. We have an instinct, a desire, a craving in order to be satisfied, content, gratified in life, to give of ourselves, our talents, our God-given talents, and to serve one another, and to be appreciated, to be useful, a real need for us. So how can a system break down? We wonder how it could work if we're all born rich because it's our share of the resources of the earth while we're passing through. What's so far-fetched? What's so radical about that idea? Looking at it through God's point of view, having equality from birth, a level playing field, and money of being of no relevance, no need, no use. Who would want? Why bother? Why would we complicate our lives and bring all these miseries upon ourselves because of people's love of money? They can't resist it. No, we got to get away from it. We could do that if our money just kept going up in worth and the wealth was being shared. Eventually, you could see where we'd all be so financially secure we don't care about money anymore. Where a few coins are worth millions of dollars, we wouldn't care. It would be no use. We'd be driving a car we want, living in the house we want all the time, doing what we want. You understand? That's how it could be for everybody. Freedom for everybody. I wouldn't withhold freedom from you, absolute freedom. The question is, would you withhold it from me? And, we dig deep in our hearts and we get the answer and we say, yeah, that's the guy I want to be. That's the gal I want to be. I choose to be an egalitarian. I choose to believe in absolute freedom and fairness for everybody. To see things through God's eyes, and let's implement it. We're the ground forces here. Let's do it. We're little gods, and we should implement absolute fairness, universal prosperity, universal freedom, universal security, Yeah, we could have that in very short order, friends. All right, friends, I'm quickly on to some recent current events and other talking points. I wanted to make one admission here about Dr. Joel Wallach. Last week I was trying to remember his name and I couldn't. I was talking about the doctor that says, it's okay to eat as much salt as you want if it tastes good. I mean, too much salt tastes bad, but good. But you want to stay hydrated. You got to drink plenty of water. Particularly men can get dehydrated, and there's all sorts of illnesses. Breaking down your immune system. It's just bad. You'll age faster. Everything might be why we die sooner. We're more dehydrated than women. But he also says that he can cure. Okay, but I say cure diabetes in 2 weeks eating scrambled eggs. Eggs are super important. I mean, even vegans, you really ought to think about eggs, friends. Listen, listen, listen. God put them there for a reason. They're not going to hatch or nothing. I mean, I'm not talking about fertile eggs. I'm talking about the eggs that chickens are laying that are just going to, they're made to be eaten. The critters, I mean, almost every critter loves eggs. It's so natural. Your brain is made up of this kind of material, okay? That their eggs, the yolk particularly, that cholesterol, that's good cholesterol. And he says that men can eat as many as you want. I mean, I don't eat that many. I really don't. I should eat more. I think I'd feel better. I'd be tougher and probably bulkier than I am if I ate very high protein. Physiologically, it's the best protein you can get. I learned that in health science in college. But yeah, so he's an interesting doctor. Check him out. But and then you got Dr. Russell Blaylock, the neurosurgeon, renowned neurosurgeon, researcher, that says this aspartame that's in diet soda pop, brain damage, all sorts of other problems. Check it out for yourself. It's not me saying these things. These are doctors saying these things. I'd just like to say something briefly about ladies. Ladies and older guys, listen, younger ladies that are still of childbearing age shouldn't worry about getting a guy that's older because a lot of guys stay virile, for a long time. They can sire children, and they're in a position being retired, a lot of the older guys, to take care of the child. You don't need daycare. You don't need child care. I mean, what better upbringing could a kid have than spending that much time with a parent? So, consider older guys. I mean, I have to put in a plug because I'm not a young guy, let's put it that way, I guess, by the standards the world uses. And it's just the body anyway. In spirit, I'm still a teenager. On student loan forgiveness, I say, okay, fine. You want to do that? Then let's make it fair. All the people that come forward and say they would have gone to college if they knew it was going to be forgiven, you get an opportunity to come forward and you get a free education too. How's that, Biden? Let's do that. Let's make it fair. I haven't heard anybody bring that point up yet. So let's talk about that. I'll be in there. I think I'll go get a law degree maybe, become an attorney or maybe an engineer. How's that? Okay, you're going to pay for that, right, Biden? That's only fair, okay, because, hey, this is not right otherwise. Because I would have gone, man, if I knew it was going to be forgiven. Absolutely. How do you like these misleading ads like take these car repair insurance companies? And they're glad to tell you how much they paid out. But are we hearing a whisper about how much they made? There's so much money in the insurance, all of it. Tons of money. That's why all the lawyers love to sue the insurance companies because they know they got hugely deep pockets because of the safe drivers out there. It's a very unfair society we have to live in. We're forced to live in. Friends, a thought or two before I gotta go. To say we can all be artists is a fair statement. In fact, I believe we are all artists, designers, and innovators, instinctively. However, it is not at all a fair statement to say we can all be landlords. Ladies, the way you think and feel about men is likely the way you think and feel about God. The same holds true, conversely, for men. In order to have things our way, we must first know precisely what our way is, not merely think we know. and simply guess the way we would have things. Friends, I gotta leave it there. Listen, strive to be nicer, 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 and you can check your progress in your driving habits. Let's just try to be nicer and more respectful and sensitive to one another and care. Really show we care, and